Hello and welcome to another 3-lap challenge. I'm Matt from the Sim Racers Arms, and this is where I take a randomly selected track and randomly selected car and have just 3 laps to try and get into the top 10 leaderboard of that particular track and car selection. I invite you along to do the same. However, you don't have to do just 3 laps. You can take as many laps as you like and you can tinker with setup. I'm just a sucker for punishment, so let's move across to our random selector. And we've got all of our tracks and all of our cars and a big button that says click 2 times, and that's so you guys can see that it is actually random. So there's 1 click and there's 2 clicks. So we've got Adelaide 88 Historic and the MetalMoro MRX P4. Now, this could make for an interesting challenge. It's going to be frantic in the P4, and Adelaide 1988 off the top of my head is quite bumpy. So best thing to do is just jump into Automobilista 2 and get cracking. So here we are in the time trial, and it's the Adelaide 1988 Historic, and then it was the P4 MetalMoro P4 MetalMoro. Let's pick a slightly different livery, I think. It'd be interesting to see how many people are on this leaderboard. So understandably, it's not a car track combo that's immediately jumps to mind, and that highlights the beauty of this random selector. So we've got 7 people on the board, and we'll just have a quick scan through their times. So the leader is way out in front, nearly 3 seconds in front, and number 7 is 16 seconds behind. So I think for this we'll go for number 6, Fred, and another second in front of him would be King Kodiak, so number 4. So let's jump in. So here we go. Adelaide Historic 1988 version of the track. Slightly bigger curbs than the modern circuit. Just the same amount of challenging corners, but in slightly different ways because the track is a slightly different layout. But this car, it delivers so much information back into your hands as to what's going on. Understeer, oversteer. One of my least favourite corners on the circuit. Running down to one of the 2 slowest corners on the circuit. All locked up. So this car I've driven various times. Like I say, it is one of my favourites. The circuit I've only driven in anger a handful of times. We've got our sighting lap out the way. I'll try and get a quick lap in. That first chicane's a big handful. Miss my apex there. A bit softer on the throttle. Concentrating. this corner I still haven't convinced myself of. Very messy going out. We were ahead. Oh, what am I doing? Changing there. We were ahead. Gotta get it stopped. Oh, gone too far over, invalidated. Oh. Right, we've got one lap left. Am I going to be able to beat this guy? Let's go for an absolute flyer. A bit slower through there than I wanted to be. I just wanted to keep it a valid lap. What a car. Absolutely wonderful car. The balance. Feathering the throttle through there. Oh, lovely. Nice and early on the throttle. Brake turned in just nice. What kind of time are we going to get? How high on the leaderboard can we get? Stop, 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 stop. Oh, locking up. Nearly spun it. Just about caught that. Don't go too far over to the right. This one's a trickier corner than you realise. Nice and early on the brakes. Keep it all under control. Turn in. I think it's a pretty good time. There we go. 3-lap challenge over and done with. Let's jump out and have a look at the leaderboard. On the steering wheel down. So there we go, we managed to get into second. That 1:32.6 is a pretty damn good time. I can shave probably a second max off. I don't think I could top the number one man. Yeah, you guys, you know you can do better than me, that's for sure. There's a good handful of the usual suspects out there who can easily get on the top step there. So it'd be lovely to see you guys battling for number one. And make sure you keep me updated in the comments down below. And until the next time, thank you for joining me.